Welcome to NEXTGames Ambuscade series. This video covering September 2021's Ambuscade Volume 2 against a single Cockatrice. Now in this video, I'll go over the key item acquisition for this month, the battle strategies I recommend when taking on this month's fight, and then I'll show you 3 battle examples. One on Ninja, one on Red Mage, and then one on Ninja without using any gear swaps, and using just simple Ambuscade gear and Trust. Now in regards to the key item acquisition for this month, you will need a single bird kill for your first run of the day, and 3 bird kills for multiple runs in a single day. Now, I recommend using the waypoint to Marjami Ravine, Bivik number 2. Here, you can quickly find bird kills right across the bridge on the left, and I like this camp most this month because you can also get your Volume 1 key item on the way with the frog kills that are right there where you spawn. Now if you have another place that you think is good to quickly grab the 3 bird kills for this month's key item, be sure to list it down there in the comments so others may benefit from it. Now in regards to this month's run, it's against a single boss called a Soul Devourer. Now this boss has a ton of hit points, 1.25 million to be specific, and will use normal Cockatrice attacks. Now that in and of itself is quite simple. The problem is this fight's going to take you a while with him having 1.25 million hit points. Now the mechanic here is that he's going to use a special AoE buff absorb attack. In fact, he's going to prefer using this and use it the majority of the time. It's going to continually absorb and wipe all buffs of everyone in range. Now all buffs that are absorbed allow you to deal more damage to the Soul Devourer, but be careful. Allow him to absorb the wrong buff and it can make your fight much more challenging. Abilities such as Berserk, Protect, Shell, Haste, all those things seem to really not cause any noticeable problem for you when they're absorbed. The one main one I've noticed is Shock Spikes. You do not want him absorbing this or it's going to be a big problem for your melees to get in any skill chains. Now this fight is going to start off very slow in regards to how much of your overall damage you're dealing. What you want to do is continually be applying as many buffs as you can to yourself so that every time he uses this buff absorbing attack, you can deal more and more damage. This buff absorption mechanic will allow it so that your weapon skills that are only doing 5 to 10,000 damage at the beginning of the run will end up doing anywhere from 25 to 50,000 damage by the end. The biggest gain can be had by skill chains, however. Multi-step skill chains will usually hit for almost 100,000 damage on hits 2, 3, and 4 if enough buffs have been absorbed. Therefore, I recommend just spamming multi-step skill chains if at all possible. If that's not possible for you due to the constant wiping of the buffs, just try and get in regular 2-step skill chains for still a good boost in damage. Note that if you're a job that relies heavily upon your buffs to deal your damage, you're probably going to struggle this month. I had a lot of problems with my Red Mage, as all of my buffs were continually getting wiped, making it so I was doing very little damage. However, on Ninja, all I really had to do was just switch to my dual-wield 40 gear and just stay in it for the remainder of the run. This made it so no matter how inconvenient the usage of the AoE buff absorption ability was, I would still be able to continue with the next step in the skill chain that I was on. The last thing I'll talk about is Trust selection, pretty important this month. Obviously, make sure you have some good healing, but beyond that, make sure you bring Koltada, some bards, anyone who's going to stack on as many buffs as possible to you. Compared to previous months, I definitely think this one is much more challenging, and that people that are lesser geared may struggle a bit more on taking this one on. Let's go ahead and see what our 3 battle examples look like. We'll start with Ninja on my fastest run, then we'll move on to Red Mage. Following it up with Ninja, not allowing myself any gear swaps and only the use of Ambuscade and early game gear. Enjoy the runs, everyone. that's going to be it for September 2021's Ambuscade Volume 2 against the Cockatrice. I hope you found that helpful. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a great month. Stay safe and stay healthy out there.